So far, we've created a diet and training plan. We've applied it to our fitness calendar. We've created a schedule, and we've emailed ourselves the fitness plan. Now comes the next part where we actually log the data. And the data we're going to log is your nutrition, so exactly what you ate, your training, exactly the exercises you did, and update some measurements. So the first thing we're going to do is click the nutrition tab and click the diet log. This is a lot like the diet planner, except that there's a start date up in the top right, which can be changed, so you can edit the diet log for about a week prior up till the current day. There's a save and a lock button. When you're done logging all of your data for the day, you're going to click the lock button. It can always be unlocked, but locking it means you're done logging for the day and you don't want any more changes to the log. Adding an ingredient to your log is just like the diet planner. So we'll just do an entry here. So the diet plan is what you're supposed to eat, and the diet log is what you actually ate. By putting all of this together in one system, the system's able to create reports, especially in the case of clients and personal trainers. It's able to create reports on a client. How close did their diet, their actual diet, uh, match what the trainer set forth? How close did their training routine match the training routine set by the trainer? And then that's going to allow the trainer to, if the exercises were too much or it's too much volume, maybe they'll create less volume, or they'll say, hey, drop the weight on this, or if the client was too hungry, increase calories, or they were dropping weight too fast. By putting all of this data together in one application, you're able to perform all sorts of analysis and create a complete fitness profile of a person. Um, and not just as a personal trainer, but the system will be able to learn the person. So I mean, there's a lot of AI that is in current development that's going to be implemented throughout the system. But for the simple parts right now, we're just talking about logging data, uh, add ingredient. If you had to add a food, it's the exact same thing as how we did with the diet planner. At the bottom, there's going to be some nutrition feedback. Talk about your diet. Log how you felt. Um, if you were hungry, if you felt weak, and so on. This will allow you to go back and see how different macro sets or ratios or total calories are affecting your performance. There's an extra calories box here. It's really just used as a last resort if you wanted to estimate some calories consumed that you couldn't log, but really try to log everything. And then just energy, and then how satisfied you were with the diet. Were you hungry? Were you not? And that's basically it. Just go ahead, click save when you're done, and you can always go back to your diet log. And then when you're all done with it, go ahead and click lock. And then you won't be able to add an ingredient. You won't be able to save. Same thing with your training planner. Oops, training log. We're logging data. With your training log, go ahead and you just add an exercise, say barbell bench. And the only difference between the log and the planner is that there's this weight option. So you'll actually enter the weight that you did. So if I did 3 sets of 12 at 205 and a 60-second rest, you can just add that in. And then again, there's notes and a little bit to rate your workout. So that would be useful for your trainer or for yourself to go back and look. And you're like, all right, well, I did like this much volume, and then you can tie that into what you ate, and you can say, okay, well, my energy was low, maybe I should increase carbs, or you know, I was sore, maybe I shouldn't do as high weight with that rep range, and so on. You can save it or you can lock it, and that's how you're going to log your nutrition and training data. The next element is updating your measurements. Um, you're going to access it either if there's a reminder here. If you haven't updated measurements for the day, it's going to say update measurements. Obviously, you're probably not going to update measurements every single day, but that reminder is there to let you know that you should keep track of that stuff. So there's that link, or you can access it from the fitness body metrics link. Um, it's pretty straight. I mean, there's quite a few things going on here, but it's pretty straightforward. Just go ahead and by default, it's the current date. But if you wanted to add metrics for a previous date, you can select the previous date and then it would apply it. So for instance, if I did this and I applied 247, and all of these are optional. Enter at least one, but you don't have to enter something for every single value. So 247, my bench was like 315, deadlift 465, and squat 185 because he reps that chicken leg crew. So go ahead and click save, and you'll see that it applied it to the 10th. You can always go back. So by default, if you access body metrics, it would be for today, but you can always edit an entry by clicking on it in the calendar, and that data will load. So that pretty much covers how you're going to log your nutrition and training and body metrics. In the next video, we'll go through goals, which utilizes the body metrics uh, to update your goals and so forth.